Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We need to pray for America. We need to pray for the Palestinians and Israelites. The Palestinians, they're God's people, but they're being used as a shield for Hamas. I asked to have all the Palestinians removed before they did any war. The Hamas uses the Palestinians as a human shield. You realize that they build their fort. Hamas did underneath the whole city. It's rectangular that goes all the way across on the city of Gaza, where all the military is underneath, all the schooling, the cities, the hospitals. Hamas, I asked to negotiate when they bombed on October the 7th to see if they could make that place, to forgive each other and make that place a place where it could be a beautiful place of new building, new jobs for the Palestinians, for the Israelites, and make it a beautiful homes, a beautiful city, new schools, without teaching hatred toward each other. I asked the Hamas leader, but he didn't want to change, and he kept on bombing. In 1957, 56, all those years years of 2000, they asked to share the land. They asked to share the land, but the Hamas leaders didn't want to share the land. That was way back in the 50s and even the 2000s. They did not want to share the land. So that land, they've been there, the Israelites and Palestinians and the Hamas, but the Hamas need to change their ways. And we need to protect the Palestinians by praying and also see if we can negotiate with the leader of Hamas. But the Palestinians, I wanted all those people moved out before there was war, because there's no way that they could stay there when there's war. That's common sense. And they didn't listen. They should have left. And they should have left until the Hamas was gone. But I asked the Hamas to stop, and they could share the land and make a beautiful, beautiful border across the ocean border. And there's over 52 states that are Muslim, and they didn't step up to take the people in Palestine and let them stay until the war was over. This needs to be really thought about. This is a very sad, sad Christmas. I went into the church, the Catholic Church, and I was weepy-eyed and crying. And I made a song about Mary, guide us, show us the way. Let us be like you, to teach. Like Jesus was taught the most beautiful things through Mary. He's the greatest man on earth. That we need to be that way. We need to forgive each other and be wise and loving and kind. And I feel so bad. We need to protect the Palestinians in a way that they should have been removed from the land until the war was over. But now there's so much death, so much hatred. If there's a way that this Hamas leader could come to his senses, because he will lose mostly his many of his fighters, and he may lose his life. The Hamas leader, he has a chance to come to God and put God first, realizing that God gave him everything that he has. In Daniel 4, Nebuchadnezzar, he's like a Nebuchadnezzar of evil. We need to ask him to negotiate. And I pray for this Christmas that we come to terms of peace and joy, and that Hamas leader will stop his tools and let down his tools. And that the Palestinian people will be able to be removed until the war is over. Otherwise, we need to make negotiations. And that could be a whole new city and bring peace among the Palestinians and Israelites. It's not the Palestinians and Israelites, it's Hamas that wants to take over. It showed in the history that they said they were going to share half the land, and they didn't want to. God bless the Palestinians and Israelites this Christmas. God bless America. God bless the world. And also Ukraine and Russia. protect the children.